Hello, everyone. Happy Sunday. Welcome to this edition of Healing Through Writing. Prompts, 75 through 79, something like that. I'm going to also include my gratitude journal entries. So I'm going to be reading from my gratitude journal and my other journal because it's been quite a week and I've got to process what I've been through, I guess, or document it. And that's something that is a benefit of writing. So whether you choose to do it every day or once a week, it's going to help you heal. So I did tell my husband that I'm going to be recording, and I started recording. So he's very kind and generous, and I will say I love him. So this is the week of Valentine's Day, and I hope to tell people I love them every day. Well, the people that I love, obviously. So today, my gratitude journal entry, Sunday, February 11th, 2024. Thank you, Spectrum, for the Yacht Rock channel 1914. I just happened to come across this. Uplifting music for I can't read my writing. For a daunting task of healing through writing today. Grateful to leave the past week in the past. Ready to adopt a fresh perspective and new start for today and this upcoming week of love. So it's today's Sunday and February 14th is on Wednesday. I don't normally make a big deal about it, but love is why we are here. So let's embrace it. And you don't need to wait for Valentine's Day to tell the people you love them. I fully believe that, and I stand by that. Because you never know when your time's up, pup. Okay. Since the beginning of my spiritual journey in 2015, I've learned to express my emotions truthfully and authentically in the moment of occurrence and realization. No time for regrets of not telling those I love that they are loved. I'm looking forward to expressing my feelings each and every day in the moment. So this past week has been pretty much an emotional roller coaster, and I found myself looking at the past and with regrets, second guessing my actions, all that kind of shit. And I'm tired of it. I really just want a fresh start. I want a new beginning. And while I try to give myself a new beginning, I feel like some people in my life are harboring resentment and have not forgiven me for actions of the past. And I need to resolve within myself that it's not up to me to make them, quote unquote, forgive me or to absolve me of my sins in their eyes. It's up to them. That's part of their healing journey. So I can only control myself. And for my whole life, I've tried to control myself, but also control others. And I've hidden emotions and held back how I truly feel because of having to protect myself, protect my energy, protect my sanity, protect my self-worth, protect everything. And that's all been an issue. It's all been a part of my healing journey. So the only thing I can do on my end, again, be responsible for myself, forgive those who who only know what they know at the time, right? So if they're not going to forgive me, I'm going to forgive them and forgive myself for however I hurt them. So, what's the other thing? Expressing your emotions truthfully and authentically. Sometimes you can hurt people if you are truthful and authentic and you're not saying, I love you, I love you. You're saying, you hurt me, I feel this way. And it's not the thing someone wants to hear. So I think the delivery of those messages is important so that you take into account, not hurting someone, being truthful, but being cognizant of how the message will be received. So you don't want to purposely hurt someone, but you do want to be truthful. Like, being fake is not cool, right? It's just not helpful to like say, oh, I love you. And then deep down inside, you have an issue with this person, or you really don't love them, or whatever. They've hurt you and you're not really telling the truth. That's going to hurt you in the long run, and you're going to have to heal from that and all that kind of crap. Okay, anyway, this was better. This was clearer. So I did write in my journal too. I'm going to share that. And this is going to be kind of a long video. So you can fast forward to the prompts, I guess. Anyway, Sunday, February 11th, 2024. And I wrote a haiku. I may not like you, but am I forced to love you? What does my heart say? That's my haiku. I want to read that again. Maybe you can relate. I may not like you, but am I forced to love you? What does my heart say? Sometimes in our, especially family relationships, we're told that we have to love our cousin, our aunt, our grandparents, or whatever, just because of the relations, the blood connection. We may not like these people, but do we have to love them? I don't know. And I feel like if we listen to our heart and we take away the relationship, the blood relationship, do we like them as people? Do they support us unconditionally as just a person, not just out of obligation or family relationship? If we took that away, would we really like or love these people in our lives? And I think that's important to distinguish. Sometimes I felt like when I was a kid, I was forced to like people and I didn't even really know who they were. And maybe they upset me or made me feel uncomfortable. And the processing of the emotions of, wait a minute, this person doesn't make me feel good. I don't like their energy. Of course, I didn't speak about energy back then, but it was like, why do I have to love this person? They don't make me feel good about myself. So that's fucking huge, man. Ooh, that is a lot of shit to unload. So I'm an empath and I've picked up a lot of energy of like phoniness, fakeness. Like, if you don't like me, don't tell me you love me. If you don't love me, don't tell me that you love me, because I can tell that you don't. You know what I mean? And that's a hard pill to swallow. So yeah, I've been dealing with a lot of that kind of shit this week. Anyway, I don't want to get emotional because we haven't even gotten through the prompts. I'm still reading from my journal entry. Moving on from a very difficult, emotionally taxing week. A roller coaster of emotions, in fact, very draining, coping with the added responsibility of becoming an adult and caretaker of my 83-year-old mother, getting acquainted with her financial picture, calling service providers, making decisions. I just don't want to grow up. I want my mommy. I really literally said, I want my mommy. When can I be a little girl? So because I grew up in a household with addictions and my father was an alcoholic, I was always on pins and needles, walking on eggshells, trying not to upset the apple cart. And I feel like I couldn't just be a free and wild child, a little girl. I was always like trepidatious, I guess is the word. And now it's like, I'm trying to connect with my inner child, and I'm having to step into being my mother's caretaker. And I mean, her short-term memory is gone. She can still remember things. She does some things independently, but she stopped, driving a couple months ago. So I take her to the grocery store, and I was just living in oblivion, ignoring that she probably needs a little bit more assistance. And that's kind of coming to a head. And there's pressure that I don't like coming up. So I'm kind of resistant. As a mother, facing the official distance being created by my sons, harsh realizations that make me feel the failure of being a parent, facing blame for their failures, projections all around. Time to forgive and surrender to the present moment. So, yeah. Strange relationships. I mean, I feel like I'm just living in a bubble. I've been living in a bubble, a protective bubble, an emotionally protective bubble that I've created for myself, because being on a spiritual healing journey is very taxing anyway, and it affects you and it affects the people around you. And kind of not acknowledging how I've hurt the people around me has been one of the eye-openers this week. And I have 2 sons that I love so much, and I thought I was doing right by them. And growing up, I always thought their education was the most important thing, because that's what was programmed in me. And now they're facing financial burdens. They don't really have designated careers. I just feel like I failed them in one way, shape, or form. So there's being a distance created and blame, and I blame myself, but I thought I was doing okay. So it's kind of like a mental mind fuck is going on. And I just have to forgive myself. I mean, I hope they forgive me eventually. I don't want them to have to go through the pain of healing through, oh, my mom was a bad mom, she left us, and all this crap. Or whatever. She made us do this or that. My parents did this or that, We did the best we could. And, but yeah, I'm trying this week to, express love for the people that I authentically love, right? I'm trying to forgive myself for things that I did that may have hurt people that I didn't realize I was hurting them, right? Forgive me for I knew not what I was doing, or whatever that saying is. And I just want to live in the present moment. I'm tired of the past being thrown in my face, right? Okay. Wow, this is crazy. But I'm going to post this anyway, because I need to just do this. And this is what writing will do. It's part of the healing process. Don't tell me that crying is a bad thing. It's actually a good thing. It's cleansing the soul. So if you can't handle the tears, then you need healing. That's the bottom line. You're not willing to face your fears and tears. Tears for fears. Haha. I like that group too. Anyway, let's get to the prompts. Prompt number 75. So we have 5 prompts. Yikes. Okay. Oh, that was my first word. Okay. Prompt number 75. I'm going to read the prompt twice, and then I'm going to share what I wrote. Prompt number 75. Describe your perfect romantic date. Scene, setting, and person. Describe your perfect romantic date. Scene, setting, and person. Yikes. This is my response. Yikes. No, I don't wanna. I'm so out of touch with romance, I just realized. Celibate for over 3 years, I think. I don't even know. For real, I guess this is a sore subject. Yes, I am still with my husband for over 34 years. Our marriage anniversary, we didn't have a wedding, is February 29th, 2024, which is 32 years, more than half my life at this point with the same person. This reflection of our lives together brings me back to the time of desire, lust, curiosity, and physical affection. We spent quality time together, golf, tennis, and discovering each other. I realize quality time is my love language, and I would like to recapture those moments as a mature woman. It didn't come across the way I meant it, but when we first started seeing each other, we had the quality time together. And now, as mature people, I'd like to kind of rediscover that quality time and do some of those activities that we initially did. Okay, prompt number 76. What is the most drastic thing you've done in your life thus far? Why did it happen? Prompt number 76. What is the most drastic thing you've done in your life thus far? Why did it happen? I did something drastic in my life, and I was reminded of it by my 31-year-old son this week. He spoke of the resentment he felt when I left my family in January 2021 to live at the beach for a few months. He doesn't realize the dire straits of my situation at the time. My soul cried for preservation and healing, and the only way to accomplish this was to separate myself from my loved ones, go into seclusion, and face my pain. I will not apologize for my response to the needs of my soul, but I will forgive myself and anyone who was hurt by my actions. I already kind of talked about that. Whew, these are intense. Okay. Prompt number 77. You have just bought a sailboat and you have to name it. What would you name your boat? Where is the first place you'd sail to? Prompt number 77. You have just bought a sailboat and you have to name it. What would you name your boat? Where is the first place you'd sail to? Part of my journey to self-love has included the embracing of my name and its meaning. As I've grown in love with who I am at the core, I adopted the persona Empress Pamela. This is the ideal name for a sailboat or yacht that I would own. Pamela means all honey, and it would be a sweet, smooth sailing trip from island to island in the Caribbean. Wow, that's nice. That's a breath of fresh air, that prompt, right? Okay, prompt number 78. Name something simple that brings you joy. Prompt number 78. Name something simple that brings you joy. Something simple that brings me joy is our feline companions. I grew up with Buzz, and her presence and support helped me through my teenage years. As a young family, we had Mittens, who was such a joy. Then we got brother and sister, Loki and Chloe. Chloe has been the protector of my youngest, Nicholas. Our newest addition is Pikachu. She has been the greatest healer for our family and literally opened up our heart chakras to unconditional love. Prompt number 79. Explain lightning to a 5-year-old. Prompt number 79. Explain lightning to a 5-year-old. What? Funny you should ask. The first thing that came to mind about how to explain lightning to a 5-year-old is a book I wrote as a child myself. It was called Lenny the Lobster. I I more clearly remember the cover, which I painted in watercolor. However, the lesson of the book surrounded the idea to get out of the water when there is a storm so as not to get struck by lightning. That was funny. So anyway, thank you for this journey, for joining me on this journey through healing, self-love, discovery, and recovery through writing. I will see you in the next video.